KQNY Radio News is supported by a generous grant from the Feather River Community Fund. More information about their programs and activities is online at featherrivercommunityfund.org. The news is also brought to you by Heat Transfer Systems. They can be reached at 530-283-3665 for all HVAC needs including conventional, geothermal, ductless systems, and more. We're also supported by Hunt Propane, providing bulk propane deliveries to residences and businesses at 530-283-9062, and Feather Financial, here to help with insurance, tax preparation, and accounting services. They're at 530-283-2341 and online at featherfinancial.com. Sierra Pacific Industries is committed to sustainable forest management and also supports KQNY Radio News. Information about career opportunities with SPI is available at 530-283-2820 and online at spi-ind.com/employment.
In partnership with the Plumas Sun, this is KQNY Radio News.
And thanks for joining us. California Assemblywoman Heather Hadwick introduces a rural advocacy bill, and local rancher Rick Roberti updates the Plumas County Board of Supervisors about threats to agriculture from wolves in our area. Stay tuned for those stories and more on this edition of KQNY Radio News. Heather Hadwick is the Assemblywoman representing the 1st Assembly District of California, which includes Plumas County, and this week she announced that she's introduced a series of bills in the State Assembly addressing key challenges facing rural communities. Quote, "These proposals will ensure rural cities and counties receive the resources and support they need to serve their residents effectively by increasing funding for local programs, improving environmental safety, and providing counties with greater administrative flexibility," said Hadwick's office. AB 998 allows consolidated reporting on highly hazardous waste items such as vape cartridges. Quote, "This bill simplifies compliance for local agencies by allowing consolidated hazardous waste reporting and reducing administrative burdens while upholding safety standards," said Hadwick. AB 993 increases rural funding for certified unified program agency cities. Quote, "In many parts of my district, hazmat response after an emergency can be hours away," said Hadwick. This bill ensures rural CUPA cities receive their fair share of state funding to support essential emergency management and public health programs, unquote. AB 964 allows local governments to keep state-mandated reimbursement funds. Quote, "The state of California owes rural counties in Assembly District 1 millions of dollars for mandated services," said Hadwick. This measure allows cities and counties to keep funds which would otherwise need to be repaid if the State Commission on Mandates owes the county money. This bill aims to hold the state accountable, Hadwick said. "Our communities are drowning because of policies coming from Sacramento that hurt rural Californians," said Hadwick. She pointed out that these bills provide solutions to improve efficiency and funding and bridge the urban-rural divide. Quote, "This package is about fairness, ensuring that rural areas receive the same level of support and opportunity as big cities," unquote. The legislation is expected to undergo hearings in the State Assembly in the coming weeks, and the progress of the bills can be tracked online at leginfo.legislature.ca.gov. Sierra Valley rancher Rick Roberti appealed to the County Board of Supervisors February 11th to support local ranchers. Their businesses, he says, are losing as much as $50,000 a year, and the culprit is wolves. Quote, "I don't know what to do anymore when a neighbor calls to tell me he's been devastated by wolves," he said. Roberti, who represents the Sierra Cattlemen's Association, serves on an ad hoc committee formed by the Board of Supervisors in July 2024 to work with the California Department of Fish and Wildlife on wolf management. Supervisor Dwight Sarasola, also a Sierra Valley rancher, suggested the committee and serves on it, as does Supervisor Kevin Goss of Greenville. They represent the Plumas County districts most heavily impacted by wolves. Quote, "We have well over 100 wolves in Plumas County, but you won't hear that from CDFW," Roberti said. CDFW confirmed a conservative minimum of 36 wolves statewide in November. Wolves began multiplying in the northern Sierra after 2011, when a wolf named OR7 left his pack in Oregon on a 15-month jaunt through the mountains of California before returning to Oregon. A young male seeking a mate, OR7 was the first confirmed wolf in California since 1924. Because scientists had equipped him with a satellite collar, they could track his 1,000-mile journey through northern California. By 2014, OR7 had found a mate and settled in the Rogue River watershed east of Medford, Oregon. Gray wolves have been moving into California ever since in what scientists call a natural pattern of dispersal and recolonization. The state now hosts 7 wolf packs, down from the 9 reported a few months ago after several packs merged. 5 of those packs are located in Plumas, Sierra, and Lassen counties. CDFW officials also report an unknown number of individual wolves that have dispersed from packs or adjacent states. For much more on this topic, including the effects of wolves on other wildlife and the specific techniques used for wolf management in California, please see the article by Jane Braxton Little at plumassun.org. Plumas County Veterans Services invites area veterans, their families, and interested community members to the 3rd edition of the VA 101 series. This program is entitled VA Healthcare. The presentation will offer an in-depth exploration of the Department of Veterans Affairs healthcare system, said Plumas Veterans Services Officer Bill Cook. VA Healthcare provides comprehensive medical services to eligible veterans, all tailored to meet their unique needs, said Cook. Services available range from primary care and specialty care to mental health treatment and preventative care. Quote, veterans and family members need to know the mechanics of admittance, the copay system, and how to minimize those potential payments, the VA disability ratings, which eliminate any copays, and the community care program, which allows for the use of local clinicians in healthcare treatment, said Cook. Quote, do not miss out on knowing what you or your family member is entitled to because of their military service and how to maximize those entitlements, unquote. The presentations will begin at 6 p.m. at the following dates and locations: Chester on March 6th at the Chester Memorial Hall, Portola March 13th at the Portola branch of the Plumas County Library, and Quincy on March 20th at the Quincy branch of the Plumas County Library. Pizza and refreshments will be served, and again, all of those meetings begin at 6 p.m. And that's it for this edition of KQNY Radio News. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you again soon.
This program is a production of KQNY Community Affairs Programming, and it's powered by the Plumas Sun, a group of Plumas County journalists and organizers committed to providing high-quality, objective coverage of local news. The Plumas Sun and KQNY both depend on community support, so please consider helping us out by going to KQNY919.org and plumassun.org and making a donation. Thank you for helping to keep local news on the web and on the air.